Random news here. This is something I think Rocky sent me earlier. I haven't looked at it. Twitch streamers criticize platform's new sponsorship system. Once again, at the center of a heated debate as it seeks to revamp its sponsorship system. In recent years, Twitch has experienced an astronomical surge in popularity, becoming one of the most widely used live streaming platforms worldwide. I think it always was that, but whatever. With millions of viewers and streamers. However, as Twitch's rapid growth continues, it has faced mounting criticism and controversies regarding its policies and practices. These issues have ranged from disputes over Twitch's revenue-sharing model to allegations of unfair treatment towards specific creators. I don't think those are even allegations. Like, it's... I mean, I get they have to say allegations, but as far as I can tell, it's like pretty hardcore confirmed that this is... Like, this happens. There are creators that get away with certain things. Like the one I saw just earlier today. Apparently, Hassan was on stream, and I think he was on stream, and then he was like browsing Reddit, or I don't know. He was doing something, and then he accidentally pulled up a video of a guy that like died, like of a guy getting killed, and watched it, broadcast it on stream. And was immediately like, oops, crap, oh no, and then got it off screen. But it happened on stream. It was revealed there and broadcast. And XQC was like kind of livid about it because he's like, dude, you know for a fact that if I had done that, if I had broadcast that on stream, it would have gotten my channel deleted. Like, I would have been banned instantly. He's like, I have zero doubt. I don't know if that's the case. XQC seems to get away with a lot. Like, he did those gambling streams, which were really on the edge for a while. But who knows? Maybe that is true. I don't know. But I don't think they're allegations even at this point. It seems pretty clear to me that some creators get treated better and get away with more than others. On April 4th, Twitch announced that it was testing a new sponsorship system that would allow sponsors to pay streamers for using... would allow sponsors to pay for streamers using gifted subs. This new feature could potentially open up new revenue streams for streamers and provide a more direct way for sponsors to support their favorite creators. However, many streamers are apprehensive about this change, with concerns that Twitch may take a cut of these gifted subscriptions. I mean, I'll tell you right now, already this sounds freaking weird. So, dude, my throat, I don't know what that is. If I have a sponsor that comes and, like, let's just say there's like $1,000 that comes in, and they're like, I don't know what the sponsor would be. Like, I don't know, Lego. Lego comes on and they're like, we want to sponsor you and we'll pay you the equivalent of $1,000. They're saying that you could have the sponsor pay you through gifted subs, which could be nice because that would in turn mean that you get the equivalent of whatever that comes out to. What would it be? Like 1,000? Is that... Wait, hold on. By 5. 200 subs? Yeah, 200 subs. So it'd inflate your sub number by 200. That wouldn't be bad. That could be nice. But it's also like, if Twitch is going to take 50% of that, it's the equivalent of being paid 500, not 1,000. So how is that like a good thing for the creator? The only reason sub numbers matter, and the only reason why creators care about sub numbers is because they want to be paid. But if your way of paying them is just to like, yeah, we've added this way where we can take half of your sponsorship money. How does that make any sense? How does that help anybody except Twitch? Like, what? The announcement has sparked strong response from popular streamers who have voiced their concerns about Twitch's new sponsorship system. Pestily, known for his Escape from Tarkov streams, called out Twitch for attempting to take a cut of sponsored content. Paladin and Amber expressed a desire to manage her sponsorships and income herself, while Beerkey asked Twitch to find a way to stop taking half of his income. Rust streamer H. June expressed disappointment at seeing no integrity around Twitch's response or promise to increase pay for creators, while JP called the idea of sponsors paying gifted subs awful. We're testing a new experience to connect streamers and brands by making sponsored streams work better for our community. We're in the early stages of seeing what works, but we want to give you a sneak peek. This month, you may start seeing sponsored streams, including streamer read ad support streamers, streamer read hold on. I don't know what they're doing here. Streamer read ads support streamers in delivering branded talking points live and across multiple streams. This test is a part of our ongoing work to help streamers deliver ads natively in stream themselves. Sub codes let brands pay for subs and share codes with viewers off Twitch. Okay. Viewers redeem the codes on Twitch and receive tokens that they can use to subscribe to their favorite channels. Sponsored gift subs allow brands to buy and gift subs in chat to viewers at scale. With both, we're testing new ways for brands to fuel streamer earnings. But again, like this might sound fine, but this is just a way for them to like come out and then take half of what the sponsor would pay you. Like, and I think the fear for everybody is with this being like a Twitch thing, the fear would be that they would then make it so you cannot have sponsored content that doesn't work through this system. And like that's concerning. That gets really, really weird. That gets weird really, really quickly. Yeah, it just sounds to me that Amazon doesn't like being cut out when streamers get direct sponsorships. Well, and I mean, imagine, so like what the vision that they're projecting here is like, okay, well, you'll come along and you get a sponsor like Logitech or G Fuel or something. And then they come in and they can just gift subs. So your audience gets excited and it's like a G Fuel sponsorship. And then they just gift 1,000 subs to the chat. Wow, that's awesome. But 1,000 subs would normally be like $2,500 with these 50-50 splits. But if it was a sponsor, you would think the creator would just prefer if for the sponsored content, they just got paid the full 5,000 instead of having the sponsor pay 5,000 and then Twitch gets half and they get half. Like it doesn't make any sense. It's just Twitch's way of taking half of sponsored content again. And this is weird. This is weird. And especially I don't see a way that Twitch does this where they don't eventually make it so this is the only way you can tackle sponsored content, because pretty clearly that's what they want. They want to take half of all of it, not just some of it. Because if you have the ability to just do regular sponsored streams, everybody's going to prefer to do those regular ones. I mean, let's just be honest. I think most creators would just rather have the sponsor pay everything. Like, just pay them the full amount. Like, it's just, this whole thing, again, is just an example of Twitch coming along and being like, yeah, we just want more of your money, please. Whatever you're making now, we want a bigger cut of it. Because these streamers, big streamers, are getting sponsored segments and are getting sponsors that they pitch on stream. Like, that's already a thing. And then companies like I know like Chipotle does a thing where they'll sponsor people and then you can redeem like the code for that streamer, and then the streamer will the streamer gets a cut, but then you can buy like a Chipotle burrito at a discount. What Twitch is doing here is like they just want a cut of that, and that just sucks. And it starts to make you really go like, okay, well then, like, what are we doing? Like, if your value add to me as a creator is just that you're going to take more of my money, like, then what are we doing? Like, you're not actually helping me. You're just taking more of my stuff. Eventually you're going to have to pay them to stream. Well, I mean, I would say you're basically already doing that. By the time you get any notable audience on Twitch, they're taking a good cut of things, and they are making money off of you. This only really works, if we're being real, this only works if Twitch gets more out of this than you do, right? Like, if Twitch gets more from you watching than you do, you might get something emotional out of it, but in terms of time spent, in terms of money spent in all of this, it only works if Twitch actually benefits. And that's true of all of these platforms. It's true of YouTube. It's true of Mixer. It was true of Mixer. It's true of Kick. I almost said Grindr. That's like it's true of Grindr too. It's true of all of these companies. Like, it only works if they get more out of you than you get out of it, on your end. It's why I don't buy into the Kick. Like, Kick is magic and will somehow take on Twitch and overthrow it. It just doesn't make sense. It doesn't work that way. If something doesn't make sense, and if you're looking at it and you're like, I don't understand how they're making money, then you should start to like really, really be like, well, then if I can't figure out how you're making money, then maybe you're not making money. Maybe that's the simpler answer. That's the easier solution. Oh man, this is, and then they try to like Double down on it. All of these are very early experiments with the goal of finding what works best for streamers, viewers, and brands. Depending on feedback, some of these may change or scale further as we move into next year, and some may not. This work will continue for several months, and we're looking forward to sharing more in the future. In the meantime, you can read up on how we're experimenting with new sponsorship experiences in our help article. Why would I want to give you 50% of my sponsorship money, Twitch? Yeah. Hey, streamers, now your work on sponsored streams can also benefit and pay us more. Congrats. No thanks. I like to manage my sponsorships and income. I personally drive from that work myself. Cute idea, though. My brother in Christ, please tell me you're not also taking 50% of these sponsored gift subs too. Dude, they are. Oh, it's Bruce. Boop. He's the guy I played with in the finals thing. Doubling down on a 50-50 sub split right now makes Twitch feel like they're out of touch with what partners and affiliates need to have longevity on the site. Although it's hard to say what value these features will have, it's not what people want. Please read the room, listen. Twitch should focus on expanding Twitch Turbo. I agree with that. I have Twitch Turbo and I love it dearly. Increasing sub revenue split, yes. Increasing bitrate beyond 8,000, yes. I thought it was 6,000. I thought that was the max, but maybe not. Better viewer experience for ads. Yeah, I mean, again, perception's more important than reality. Right now, the perception is that Twitch ads are toxic and terrible. And if that's the impression people have, that's a problem. And until they fix that perception, they got to deal with it. I know some people that are more in line and like really like Twitch will say, well, the ads are technically no different than what you'll see on YouTube and other sites. But like, even if that's true, the perception is that Twitch ads are worse. And I think it's because the stream doesn't pause. It doesn't stop. It will keep going. It's live and that's it. And so for a lot of people, it feels like they're much more interruptive than they are on like a YouTube stream. Because on a YouTube stream, if it goes down or if an ad pops up automatically, then you can just rewind 30 seconds and then catch up. So I think it's more about the perception. If things really aren't profitable, and as you said, we're all in this together, give everyone a 70-30 split, have streamers run ads for 2-3 minutes per hour. Subs get no ads ever. I thought that was standard. Is that not standard? I thought subs by definition don't get ads on that stream. Unless they're saying that like subs, if you sub to a channel, then you have Twitch Turbo. I don't think that works mathematically, but whatever. We need the industry baseline. If you go under the baseline, you are going to lose streamers and viewers to competitors. You will also never have the goodwill of your creators. Every tweet is a PR shit show because you aren't offering the basics. This confused me greatly. And anyway, what happened to the bounty board? If you'd offer better pay for bounties, it might be more successful. My bounty board offers are insane. Stream a niche indie game to 2,500 people, get full payment. The full payments are usually way below what my rate for regular ad is. Okay. No offense, but you're already taking so much of the profit. Why would I let you dip your hand in another portion? You don't get what you're saying. Well, and again, like, oh, dude, this guy's upset. This is an awful idea. You want to insert yourselves into a process that doesn't need you and then get the brands to pay streamers through subs, of which you take half. I'm not sure what worries me more, the fact that you came up with this idea or the fact that you think you are doing this to help streamers. Sponsorships don't come around very often for many, so some streamers may see this as an opportunity to gain more income, and that may be the case in the short term, but the long-term effects of this practice could have on you will ultimately leave you worse off. If you really wanted to help streamers and brands talk, just be the conduit. Streamers being able to talk to brands directly will help build relationships, which is super important. If this process goes ahead, you will just be streamer number 98 to the brands. That's regarding text for them, or that's reading text for them. And once they have dropped their sub bombs on your stream, they will move to 99. Yeah. I mean, that's true. I mean, I guess maybe that's what they're saying. I didn't even think of that. So what he's suggesting is their goal with this is basically for a brand like Chipotle or Cash App or something to come into a category like just chatting or a new game that came out like Starfield, and they just go into random streams. They set up a bot and then they drop 10 gifteds or 100 gifteds in chat randomly through streams. And it comes up with a pop-up saying, Chipotle just sponsored this and gifted all these subs, and then fireworks and bells ringing and confetti. I don't even know, a water gun sprays you or something. They just go crazy with that. Maybe that, I mean, if that's the vision, that it will literally just mean more money for people, okay. But we're not that stupid. We're not that dumb. And we know, like, it doesn't take a genius to put it together, that this is entirely crafted around Twitch trying to come in and take 50% of these things. And what they'll do is they'll say, hey, if you're a big creator, sponsored streams have to go through Twitch sponsorship portals or whatever. And so if you want to have a sponsored stream, it has to go through and you have to be paid out through our means, which would mean those big streams from like XQC or Nick Merckx or one of these guys that have Cash App sponsoring their stream, they would have to go through the Twitch portal, and then the sponsor would have to pay the streamer through that to gift subs. So what you would see is like a streamer with probably 100,000 subs. But that's only because they had to get paid for that sponsorship through gifted subs. So they'll be making like half the money that they would otherwise. If for some of these big streamers, they will get paid $100,000 for like a month. Hey, put our logo on your channel and then we'll have the chat bot spam it all the time. And if you're like Chipotle, they make it so you have to eat Chipotle every day or something like that, or 3 days a week. They do that, they'll easily pay 7 figures or 6 figures. 7 figures maybe if you're huge, but like 6 figures is comfortable. I would not be surprised at all by those numbers. And all Twitch wants is to take half of that and then be like that. And this is what like is mildly infuriating. This is what drives me crazy, dude. It's like, Twitch, you have a better chat system. You have better integration. You've got things going for you. But my God, you make it so tough sometimes. And I feel like every time that we're like, okay, well, maybe Twitch isn't that bad, something like this happens. And it's like, oh my God, dude. It's the people at the top that want more money, even though they have more than enough. I mean, for this would constitute, if they actually go through with this, they're saying that this is something they'll test into next year. So this probably is like a 2-year thing. It's off a while. Is this something new Twitch is starting with? This sponsors program that they're describing? Yes. But if this is really something that they want to do, again, what they're saying is that they basically want to have their own little system. They want to have their own little thing going on where you can go through the Twitch system for sponsorships, where sponsorships through Twitch go through gifted subs. So they go through gifteds. Yay, gifteds. Or you can go through your own private portal. And I guess what I can do is I can go like this. So what this would mean effectively is that your actual take home is 50%. And then Twitch would get the other 50%, right? What this private, like boop, boop, boop. So this is if you manage it yourself, private. I can't do this. Private. Lovely. Private. What this would mean is that you just get a check. A check. Or cash money. Let's just do cash. Cash. And what that would mean is with this rectangle, all of it is green cash money. It doesn't take a genius to figure out that this option makes a heck of a lot more sense for the streamer who's deciding which of these options they want to pursue. Makes a heck of a lot more sense for the streamer to pick than this option. This one doesn't make any damn sense. This is just a way to lose money for no reason. Why would you do that? Other than like, oh, it's fun, we'll gift some subs. I get it, gift some subs, that's super fun. But like this doesn't make any sense for a major like 6-figure deal like some of these big sponsor or big streamers are having. So you have to wonder, okay, well, if this is what Twitch sees the future of sponsorships as, they know nobody, it doesn't, again, a dummy could tell you, this doesn't make any sense. So how do they make people use this so that they can make money? Easily. They make it so you can only do sponsorships through their official means. And what they'll say, they'll issue some press statement that says like, oh, we're making the platform more inclusive. We want sponsorships to benefit the streamer and the audience. And because we're all in this together, we'll all benefit from sponsorships equally so that we all get to live in harmony and are all happy and satisfied. So if you want a sponsorship, you have to go through this system that we've built, which again lets us all win and be happy together because we're all in this together and we're totally not acting in bad faith and trying to just screw you over little by little. You're welcome. And at that point, I mean, at that point, I think that's the last straw. I think these big streamers are probably willing to put up with like 20% being cut. I think that makes sense. Like, I mean, YouTube or Amazon Prime subs are very, very nice. For some of these big streamers, they make up like 40% of their total subs, especially if they have younger audiences. A lot of younger people will get their parents to sign in to their Amazon Prime account, and then they'll use those as their sub for the channel that they like. Like XQC has something insane. Like I think 48% of his subs are through Amazon Prime. So for those huge streamers, they can deal with the 20% cut from 70% down to 50. They can deal with that. But with something like this, where all of a sudden those sponsored streams don't work anymore, that's when the big streamers are like, get out of here, dude. We're not doing this. This is BS. Because I'll tell you right now, if I have a company come to me and they come to me and they're like, hey, we're going to do I don't know, like let's just say it, keep it easy, $1,000. We want to sponsor a stream for $1,000. I'm like, awesome, let's do it. And then we look into it and it's like, oh, if you want them to sponsor a stream, they have to go through the Twitch portal, and then Twitch will take 50% of the revenue because they're going to take half of the gifted subs. Or the sponsor can pay the difference to offer like, save 20% off of your sub using promo code Chipotle wagon. That's not actually like a huge, like that doesn't actually help. Like, and this is just once again another example of Twitch just being so freaking out of touch. And I think this guy put it really, really well when he said, I don't know what scares me more, the fact that somebody put this together as an idea, or the fact that you guys thought that this was actually a good idea and you thought that this would help. Yeah, I'm not sure what worries me more, the fact that you came up with this idea or the fact that you think you are doing this to help streamers. Either they're so out of touch that they honestly are like surprised that people are upset about this, or they know full well that this is not for the streamer and this is purely for Twitch to get a bigger cut. And to be fair, they haven't said in this article, for one, if this will even be an official policy. Or two, when it's coming, or three, if it comes out, if they also will go this route of banning the other means of doing this. They haven't said that. However, like I said, it doesn't take a genius to figure out that this is the only real option that makes any sense for the streamer, which is why this whole system for Twitch would be totally unused. And if it's totally unused, I mean, looking at it for 20 seconds, I can tell you that no streamer will use this system. Nobody will. They will go to the sponsor that they talk to privately and say, listen, we're going to work direct. You're going to just pay me direct, and then I'll do the sponsorship. It'll get a better value because I'll talk about it twice as much. I don't care. But we're not doing this thing through Twitch where they get half of the money. No. And the sponsor will probably be like, no, yeah, we're not going to do that. I've had sponsors like tell me, no, we're not going to pay you this way because we know that they'll take a bigger cut. Like one of the sponsors I worked with was like, we're not going to do, this was years ago. It was like one of my first sponsorships ever. And I had no idea what I was doing. But basically, I was like, so do you like pay out through PayPal? Because I think it was like a $200 sponsorship or something. It was tiny. And I was like PayPal maybe? You send like PayPal? And they were like, no, we're not going to do that because you'll get a lower cut of it. Just send us like the wire info. We'll wire you the money that way. Then you'll get the full amount. And so usually sponsors want you to get the full amount. They don't want to like see some other middleman take half of it if they can help it. And this is just, I mean, again, it doesn't take a genius to figure out that nobody will choose this option. Everybody will choose this option, which is why the only way this works is if Twitch makes this a no-go and doesn't allow this to be a thing anymore. And again, I would just expect them to drop a statement kind of like this one where they come out and they say, oh, it's because we're all in this together and we want to make sure everybody is on board together. Everybody's happy together because we're so happy together. My God. If we were hoping the new CEO would be shaking this up and would be like changing things and bringing a fresh perspective, no. It's pretty clear the CEO that took over and is in charge now is the guy that's been running the show for the last few years. Nothing's changed. Yeah, we're all in this together as they handcuff themselves to you. Yeah, and then shove you off a waterfall.